it's not sustainable to do that route of like, oh, just always put in a good mood. And we did see that within Julie. When she had that face like this, all of a sudden a lot of good things are happening. And I could certainly see that. I know no one wants to start their day with Ronnie's bullshit or Kellie's bullshit, but
Yeah.
sometimes there's just moments, they're just quick moments that there is BS that you have to kind of go through. So
Hmm.
the notion to be like, oh, if you just change your mood, because I've had people tell me that, oh, well,
Hmm.
Ronnie, it's the way you say it. I'm like, I mean, do I gotta wipe their ass too? Like
Well, because I think you and I have this are very similar in the sense that we say things like we're not taking the extra time. I know I don't. I'm not trying to sugarcoat some shit. I'm not trying to pad it on the front and the back of it so that you can feel better about the words that I'm saying. You need to
mm,
take it as it is. This is what it is. There's
mm,
no emotion with it. It's just a simple statement. If you are getting so like if you it's hurting your feeling, that's all on you. That has nothing to do with
yeah.
me. It's like it's
And
information that I'm passing along.
it's good to be that direct, because then let's say there is a level of like, mess, you now
Hmm.
it's the simple like, hey, can I chat with you for a bit because of blank blank blank. Like I have some friends that I've been friends with and creatively worked with for so many years and have had zero issues, but anytime something cringy sort of bubbling up, you just bring
Hmm.
them to the side and like you could say, from my stance, this is kind of bugging me, boom 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 boom, and it's so
Hmm.
easy.
It
So
is, and then
communication
they'll
is
be like,
hard.
yeah, but they probably don't even realize most of the time that because they have other things on their mind or whatever, they don't even realize that that's what they're doing. So then it's like,
Yeah,
oh, okay, I'm sorry. Now they'll be more conscious about that. And then
yeah,
the whole dynamic changes. Like I've had that happen too. Like I get so focused on the things that I'm doing that I start almost speaking kind of like robotically, that there is no emotion. I'm just like spewing out shit, and it's like hurting people's feelings because I'm, always mean, right? But then it's like you come and talk to me and I'm like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not That's not what's happening. It's like I'm relaying information to you as I get it because I've got this much to do and I need you to help me with this much of it.
right.
So I'm not going to just instinctually, I'm not going to take the time to pad it, sit there and have a conversation with you that takes up another 30 minutes of my day to make sure that you feel good about what I'm saying to you. It's simply just information delivery. But now I
Or
understand that you need that.
yeah.
So then in my delivery to you, I will make a conscious effort to make sure that you're comfortable with how I'm relaying my information. So you know what I mean?
And there's
Like,
nothing yeah.
yeah.
There's
So,
nothing wrong with having that warmth moment where you can be giggly and smiling all the time, but,
mhm.
when you're communicating with somebody, there might not be that time available. It's always, I have seen mostly, working in radio, being around a lot of talent, and not even people who are in front of the microphone or in front of the television, but behind the scenes. Sometimes people aren't afforded too much free time to do the giggling with you. And actually,
Right.
that should be almost a red flag as well. Like, oh, so and so, they're so nice. Well, I'm sorry, we've got like a production, you know, that's being fed to NBC. There's going to have to be some, tightness to the equation. And if you found a
Mhm.
staff member here that's giggling, that's probably not a good sign for efficiency. So it's all kind of relative to that. I'm always, Kelly, so interested to meet J Lo because they always say she's so rough. But I got to tell you, Kelly, I think J Lo would love me. I think she would. I just feel like she would. I feel like she's my type of person. I don't know.
Mhm.
I don't
I think the
like.
people around her are a little rougher, which probably might come from her because she is such a hard worker and she needs to keep a schedule and like all that. And of course, she never wants to personally seem like the difficult one. But when she did the Jingle Ball, which is the story I've told a lot, I think it was Jingle Ball.
Yeah,
Maybe it was Mango
yeah.
Tango.
You said it
I
here.
don't know
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
that when she was married to Mark Anthony, like there was someone at the time that were in her camp that were telling me stories about, because I was, joking with them and they were like, yeah, the whole like the room has to have white roses and like all the shit from the writer and like whatever, right?
Mhm.
And then her security guard was kind of a jerk and I just ignored him and I was like, dude, I got a job to do. I don't have time to mess with you. Let's just go.
Wow.
So,
Yeah.
but that's why
That's
I was
yeah.
always the one that was put in those situations because we have a time schedule. You're already late. I don't have
Mhm.
time to go through your bullshit of your power trip. Like, I can't do that. Like, we got shit to do. And I would always
Yeah.
do it in kind of that nice bitchy way. That I was be like, okay, great. Okay, now we're gonna do this though. So
Yeah. You
that's
use
why
your
I'm like,
words
I
really
was
well.
really
Yeah.
nice with that. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I did
No,
hear
no
some
one.
little stories from people that were in part of her camp. But she seemed super nice to me. I mean, she didn't have to introduce herself to me. I mean, I was a lowly little PA, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I was just taking
She
her to the
saw.
stage.
She saw the
But she
star
was.
that you were. Yeah.
She totally made it like she introduced herself to me. She was very nice. Mark Anthony didn't. And I never liked him. Ugh, just his energy grossed me out. But
We don't slander Mark Anthony
sorry,
around
but
the
that's
show.
the
No.
energy that he like.
Mm-mm,
I just no, I
mm-mm.
just didn't like it.
Don't
But
talk
she
about
was
daddy
super
like that.
nice.
No.
She was super sweet and she was nice. And she, like I
See what
said,
tell
I was just a PA taking her to stage, and she treated me like I was an important person, and I appreciate like that I was a person, and I appreciated that because some of them didn't.